there
gosh.
were 7 points in Wicked where I could run off and be sick, and I would be sick. And Teresa, who was my beautiful dresser, would be just holding my hair back from my shiz outfit so I wouldn't get vomit on that beautiful cream outfit. Wicked meant everything to me. It was on my vision board. It was in my affirmations. I just wanted to be. I just wanted to be part of it, really. Hearing Popular, I was in our friend Matthew Hayward's car. It was really cold. He played me Divine Gravity, and I was like,
was it on a cassette or was it like a
I think it was a
CD?
CD in his car, maybe a long time ago. And he played Divine Gravity. I was like, whoa. And then he played me Popular, and I just had the moment. I was like, I could do that. I think it's like cool to me.
Yeah.
I feel like, there's so much in that. I just feel like so excited about it. And then it became my biggest goal. So to get to play, I still feel like, did that really just happen?
Did that really just happen?
I still feel like I can't believe it happened. And it was every bit as amazing as I dreamed it would be, if not definitely more. In fact, definitely more amazing. And it changed my life completely. So it meant everything to me. And I wanted to, I probably held on to it too tight because I just never wanted to let it go. And I think it's really hard once you've had a goal to go, maybe I need to think of other goals, because it's like, this is my goal. I want to play this forever.
Yeah.
And
as you said, there's so much in it. But yeah,
I loved it. I really wasn't sick of it ever. But then I started to have, I didn't really want to go away from my then boyfriend, now husband. And I know that sounds a bit pathetic, I guess.
No, but that's what
life's
life's
about.
about.
We'd spent a lot of time on the road away from each other. Came back and did the old, which I also realise is a very big privilege because I haven't always had complete success with fertility. But at the beginning, I had, one might say, too quick a success with fertility.
Unexpectedly
and
blessed.
all of a sudden was pregnant. And then was like so sick and just so sick. Hyperemesis. I had hyperemesis, which Princess Kate had. And can I just say,
I don't know what that is. Can you tell me what that is?
Hyperemesis is where you just vomit.
All the time. Really bad morning sickness.
All day, all night.
All trimesters or just
all
like
trimesters. And I didn't realise that it was going to happen the whole way through. So that's why I stuck out. Bernadette Hayes, our beautiful executive producer, was like, you can stop. And I was like, I really think it's going to be okay. I want to keep going. I want to end on a high. So I thought, I knew Patrice Tapoki had played Elphaba until she was 5 months pregnant with Libby. And
that was your
thought,
plan.
I think I'll be okay by then. And then I can finish on a high.
Tell me this. So if you were having that bad a time, obviously you said you wanted to finish it on a high, but do you think there was something else going on as to why you were holding so tight? Like, were you scared to let it go?
Oh, definitely. I'm still grieving, I guess, a weird way of like, I loved watching. I was
going to say, what was it like watching
Courtney play?
Yeah.
Courtney Monsmo was such a beautiful Glinda, and I think going to that with my children was really special because I was like, I have children who are in primary school now, I'm not that age. But it's hard to know. It's aging's so weird, isn't it? Because you're like, I know I'm too old for that, but am I?
But I still really connect to it.
I am. But I feel on the inside like I'm not. But I know, then you see, I know my age. But it is confusing, and I was so happy to see it, and I was so happy to see it in a completely different way. And I don't want that for my life right now. And I've done a lot of work since then on just letting that part of it go. And I think it's so good to have new goals and set yourself new goals, and have things that you're striving for. Because otherwise, you could just get one goal and go, well, that's it forever, and then you're not even happy going for that anymore.
That's it. And I think what's really interesting about hearing you talk about that, and something that I think we should all talk about more in our industry, is that when you play a part, you're kind of borrowing the part. Because because I can only imagine, even someone
library.
That's it. Even someone like Kristen Chenoweth, who originated the role, there is a sense of ownership over it. And that will always be there. And we should honour that, because you were instrumental in creating what became the groundwork and the blueprint this role in this part. And so, we always honour those people, but it's never any one of ours, because it is something that has to, if the show is going to have a life, it's going to have a season in London and Korea and, Germany and Australia and New Zealand, wherever it can hopefully go on, and could be made into a TV series, can become a film. There'll be so many iterations, and it's really hard. And I think we don't know this. I didn't know this when I was younger. It's really hard to hold a role and feel like you can own it enough to be able to play it every night and play it with a real sense of commitment and truth and respect and value, but also be able to let that go. Yeah. And it's funny because there's something in one of our talks that I always think of when I have situations like this, when I'm leaving a show, which is that thing which I think actually came up around grief, and particularly around breakups. It was about like if you're experiencing grief of some kind, like hold it. You need to hold it for a moment, because you can't let a cup go until you've held onto it. And so you have to like hold something for a moment before you can let it go. And so like be mindfully like hold that, mindfully, you know, sit in the sense of like pride and confidence of like what you have brought to something, and how, you know, this has been yours for a period of time, and then let it go. And
that's so true. And I mean, that's life, isn't it?
It is.
None of us are here
but
forever.
we don't talk about it in our industry, and I think that then that also breeds some of the competition that's so prevalent.